7:41 is our time right now, and the 14th annual Meet the Mayor's Breakfast is being held not too long from now, Friday, April 4th, at the beautiful Wilshire Grand Hotel in West Orange. We are joined now by Victor Nichols, the organizer of the highly anticipated Meet the Mayor's 2025 event. Victor, good morning. Welcome. I was looking online at the 2024 event. You guys were packed, right? You had over 300 people there jammed in, and you're already, it was free, but people had to register. Are you all filled up already?
We are. It's funny. I checked it yesterday because I knew I was going to come on, and we are very, very close to getting to full. There's still some space left, and we're also, you kind of try to shoehorn people in when you have an event like this. One of the things that makes this particular year special is that we've got the gubernatorial candidates. We've invited the gubernatorial candidate. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So and we have already gotten affirmative responses from many of them. So we're expecting to have a great turnout because we're going to have the mayors and we'll have the gubernatorial candidates. One thing I do want to say is that this is going to be an exchange of information for people to be able to talk to their leaders, right? And potential leaders and folks who are moving and shaking in New Jersey, but no debating, no, none of that. That's not what this event is about. Really, this event is about sharing information, finding out things that are going on. This is actually Meet the Mayors of Essex County. Okay. So we invite the 21 mayors of Essex County, and we want to make sure that people understand that this is a forum for you to really get information, talk, shake hands, find out what's going on, and have an open dialogue. So there'll be a conversation. That's a controlled conversation. And then we open it up for questions. So it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
I'm just curious, Victor, how do you keep out the potential, hey, I want to talk to Joe DiVincenzo about, my fence. And you want everyone to come and feel free to come, but how do you prevent that?
Those kinds of questions are not really, they're expected. Okay. Because this is Meet the Mayors, and it's not, you don't want to really keep them out. You don't want to keep out those kind of questions. What you want to do is be fair about the time in which that you spend on those types of questions, right? Because there's other people in the room who have questions that for them are as important. So what we try to do is we try to monitor that and help keep the program moving. So it's an open dialogue. So there's no, we're not trying to squelch anybody's questions. It's just a matter of us having organizations so other people get an opportunity to ask their questions and talk. That's all.
Otherwise, literally, when would anyone get the opportunity to meet their local leaders? This is just brilliant. And you have to go, why did this never happen before? With the exception of the opportunity of like a city council meeting or something, you never get the opportunity to just walk up and shake the hands, except for when they're running. You never get the opportunity to say, hey, my name is Frank. I live in your district. I'm glad to meet you. Here's my card. This is just brilliant. How many years have you been doing this?
This is going to be 15. This will be the 15th year. This was actually the brainchild of a gentleman by the name of Denny Klein. He's actually the founder of the Essex County event. And his motivation, which made perfect sense, was just what you said. The opportunity for people to come in, meet their mayors, which is why they call it Meet the Mayors, talk to them, and we have a breakfast first, by the way. So it's not just you just walk in, sit down, and listen to people talking. You have a breakfast. You come in. You have something to eat. You have something to drink. You can talk with your mayors. They're there to mingle. You can walk up to them, ask them questions. That type of interaction is so important. Not only does it humanize your mayor and make sure that you have access to your mayors, it also makes an environment for people that they feel that they're being heard and that they can talk to their leaders. So I think it's an extremely important event. And I will tell you this on air, that I do intend to do more of these throughout the state in different counties because I think it's a much needed activity.
It's brilliant, it's just brilliant.
Really, that kind of dialogue, fostering that type of dialogue, I think is so important. And we also
100%
mention is that we bring the local chambers are involved. Okay. So they reach out to their constituency so the local chambers will know. And like you said in the top of this segment here, it is absolutely alive. I'm alive. It absolutely is a free event. Okay. Mm-hmm. So you can come. We do have sponsors, and there are certainly some sponsorship opportunities left, but you can come as long as you register. You can come to this event, and there's no charge.
Let's, before I forget, because we have a minute left here. What's the website for them to register
Okay.
under?
Basically, what you want to do, because of how close we are, you just want to contact me directly. You can contact me
Okay.
at vic@playosagency.com, or you can also call me or text me 862-216-0579, and I'll fast track you, whether or not you want to register or whether or not you want to be a sponsor. I'll be able to fast track you and make sure that you get in, because we are filling up on both sides, sponsorship and as well as attendance.
Yeah, and also, if you're looking to move, you're looking to buy a house, you're looking to start a business, what an opportunity. You meet the Chamber of Commerce and you say, look, is your neighborhood, I'm thinking about opening a Greek restaurant. Do you think there's an audience for that? Will there be? This is the way to do it. You have to meet and chat. And I know I've dealt with Chambers of Commerce before. They could be the most essential resources to tell you, we got four really good Greek restaurants, maybe not in our town, but over there they could use one. This is how you do it. And it's all about today, we've gotten away from the socializing and the pressing flesh. And this is so important that you're doing this. So looking ahead, meet them. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. You nailed it right there. That's exactly what this is all about. The idea of doing things in person and getting back to that doing it in person, and you feel like you're part of it. And what you're talking about with the chambers, absolutely. What you just said is so on point. You can ask those questions directly and get the answers from the people who are from those towns, and the chambers who understand what's going on in those environments. It's essential.
I've lived in a number of towns. I lived, in fact, mostly Essex County, as a matter of fact. So I know a lot of the mayors you're talking about. And it was at events, usually because as a news reporter, news anchor, they were unfortunately tragic events that I met many of those people. But on the rare occasion that there was a civic event, that's when I really got to meet them, because when it's a tragic emergency, they don't have time to talk. When it's a social event, that's when you could sit down and really get to know the person. And I just love that you're doing this. I hope you do 100 more of these things. You're probably thinking, oh, you can't stop it. That's a lot. But I mean, it's just awesome that you're doing this. And I hope this is I hope you're going to need a place that has 1,000 capacity next, because this is just too smart.
Continue to grow, and we are. We're going to continue to grow.
Oh, that's awesome. So looking ahead, by the way, the Meet the Mayors, obviously it struck a chord, and it's good to see that it's growing. What are the plans to make it bigger? What can you do? Because I think if it gets too big, then it also misses the point. So how do you find that perfect happy point?
We're always assessing, as we do each year. This is a breakfast event. We are toying with the idea of also trying some evening events as well. And what we can also do is possibly do an event, more than one event in that particular county, if it gets really, really popular. You might do more than one event that year in order for you to accommodate numbers. Because you're right, if something does get too big, especially this kind of a format, you're not going to be able to have those conversations. You're not going to be able to have that personal touch. So you don't want them too big. So we're always tweaking and learning as we go.
Yeah, Essex, Bergen, Hudson counties, you might need 3. Middlesex, Ocean County, maybe 1, right? So it all depends on the populations and stuff. But it all works, and it makes so much sense. This is the 14th annual Meet the Mayor's Breakfast for Essex County. It's Friday, April 4th, the Wilshire Grand Hotel in West Orange. Over 300 will be in attendance. Sounds like the perfect networking opportunity. Organizer Victor Nichols, God bless you for it. Thank you for joining us this morning. Let us know how it all turns out. I want to hear about it afterward, okay?
Ken, love to come back on and do an after.
Love it. You're welcome. I'm telling you right now. Talk to Gerald. We'll set it up. Let's do it. All right. Okay. Thank you again. You're awesome. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Ken.